to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London.
Yo, 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 yo. 1 second. There we go. Boom. Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Epic Smasher. Yes, Betsy, I see you. Paxfro, I see you. Everyone across the board. Tatiana, Justin, Andrew. Every single one of you guys, thank you so much. Today is Motivational Monday. If you guys don't know about Motivational Monday, say I in the chat. If you do and you know exactly what's happening, let others know what's going down throughout the stream, okay? Here it is. Motivational Monday is every Monday. Every Monday we have a good time where we answer questions from you guys. You can answer or you can ask questions in our Discord to be anonymous, or you can ask your question in the chat and everyone may know. So you can just keep that in mind. Your question can revolve around life, and I'm going to give you a positive. What up, Jesse? There we go, Jesse. Thank you so much. You're a bossy boss. Super cool. So I will give you positivity, a different mindset, optimism, and just all around a different way of thinking about it. Okay, so super excited to be here tonight. There we go. Jesse, let me know what number it tells you, okay? I want to know what number it tells you. Didn't show you live on TikTok. Oh no, that's terrible. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't know. There's some readings on there. There's some readings. There's a little bit, not too much readings, but we're good to go. Can you go check to see if it works, Sammy? That'd be cool. All right. Let's make sure we're lined up. Lined up. Betsy says, "What's that drink from?" I was in a rush, guys. I had to get some food. I know. Chick-fil-A. Anyways, I will be meal prepping as soon as I can, which is hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have time. Sammy says, double check, but even search name. So it's not working? Nah, not there. I'll try via link. Okay, because it just said somebody's here. Andrew Deal Jr. said, hi, we are on a call. What up? What up, bro? Good to see you guys. Andrew, Justin. I don't know if it's working though, but I mean, Andrew just put in a comment, so I think it might be working. Sammy, maybe it's just not showing for you. Andrew, let me know if it's working on TikTok. Because it's saying, yeah, it's working. No link either. Only ones for YouTube, Twitch, and Portrait. What if what is? I mean, Andrew's commenting in the chat. Grizzly, welcome. Paxfro, what up, Paxfro? What's up, bro? And I don't know how to like check from my own account. Like on, I think it would be cool, but I can't. Yeah, I can't see it. I can only see my chat. Says Paxfro. Oh, Paxfro. Okay, so I guess technically I could put a chat up, but maybe it's a little distracting on Motivational Mondays. But Paxfro, all the chats are combined on my end, so I see YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Kick, Abstract. Are you planning? What is TD? What is that, my friend? Sammy says it's... I mean, either Andrew's the only person in there, or it's just not working for you, Sammy. I can't see it on my end, but I can see that Andrew's commenting. Oh, he says, are you playing today? Okay. Justin's here. Okay, so Justin's in there too, so he's in the chat. Sunny, what up, Betsy and Sunny? Good to see you guys. Every single one of you. Grizzly. Yeah, so I mean it's working, which is weird. That is very, very weird, is what they said. Sunny. Betsy with the smiley face. Okay, so today is Motivational Monday, guys. If you have a question about life, put it in the chat. We got 1 hour, well, less than that now. But we should be good. I'm very hungry. I got to go snowboarding yesterday. Thankfully, I felt well enough, and I was like, what would make me feel really good? Therapy. Snowboarding is just therapy. So good. A lot of fun. Sweet. Thanks, Sammy. Andrew says, am I playing today? Not on the live stream, no. No. I will not be playing on the live stream. We are doing Motivational Monday today, which is usually a huge hit. Huge hit. I'm like so hungry. Chan can't find me? Should I reset? Should I do a reset? Betsy says, I'm back. Betsy's back. But it shows me live everywhere else. They're saying a whole bunch of people can't find me on TikTok. Nurse Star joined. Nurse Star smashing that like a button. Can you and Justin play it after this live? I have to do some content. However, I only typically play when I'm live. Nurse Star says, "Hey, handsome. Hope all is well. Thank you so much, Nurse. It is going absolutely amazing. I hope everything's going well with you as well." He said, "Yay, found you." Chantel finally found me on Facebook or TikTok. Andrew says, Can? I don't play unless it's like a casting. I typically don't play outside of the live stream. Okay, Sammy says on Facebook. That's crazy. It's crazy that a whole bunch of other people, but you shared it on Discord. X the Gamer says, are you going to play Fortnite after the motivation? No. Unless somebody extends it. If somebody extends the stream, then yes. Yeah. I'm down. I'm always down for an extended stream. If anybody knows how that works, if you don't know how that works, basically you just type in !store. It will take you to the stand store where you can extend the time. You can extend it for as little as $3. That means if 5 people all extend it for $3, that can be 25 minutes added to the timer. And if one person pays $25, or 5 of you pay $5 each, whichever, that'd be an hour. So Chantel didn't even. Why am I blind tonight? I literally. How did I just lose where I was? No, okay, I seen that. Okay, do you play any games? Yes, I play Fortnite. I play a whole bunch of games. Some are on live stream, which is typically Fortnite. Off stream, I play a whole bunch of other games as well. KNS says, hi, Smasher. What up, KNS? How you doing? There you go, Justin. Says it won't let me go to the store. I got you. Let me type it in there for you. Boop, 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 ba-doop. Okay, so it's not working as far as the link that's right there. We can still make it work. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, I got you. I got you right here. Boom. There is the link, my friends. For whatever reason, it wasn't working anywhere else, but we got it. That's what I'm talking about, Justin. That's how you know you're cool. Andrew says, "Can, please? I need this." Okay, we're all good. We are all good. He said, "What's with the AirPod?" Oh, okay. Uh, Ben says, "What's with the AirPod?" Oh, I was like, "Where's the noise coming from?" I was listening to some music. And then I came across um, some worshiping. So I was listening to some worshiping while basically reading the Bible. They were Tatiana was going over the book of, I forget what book it was, but the story of Joe and the coat of many colors, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, his brothers were all jealous of him, and they were initially going to potentially, like, they wanted to potentially, like, just get rid of him, right? So how could you do that? You could either kill him or get rid of him and, like, sell him off at that time. And so they're like, well, we don't want to kill him. He's ultimately, like, we don't want to be known for that, and that's not God's working, etc. And they're like, well, we can get rid of him. So they basically put him inside of a hole and waited for traders and sold him off. And when they ended up selling him off, he got sold to, like, I forget which kingdom. I think it was like King Saul, if I'm not mistaken. But he goes there. He gets accused of, like, the wife of the king tries to, like, sleep with him over time. And he's like, no, like, I'm not cool with that. Like absolutely not. Like, I just got one, it's not right. Two, I'm over here getting blessed with all these things, and I'm so grateful for these, and I would never step in that realm at all, kind of basis. And so he says no, and he's like, no, like, absolutely not. And she then tells, and they didn't get to this part yet, but basically she then tells the king that he tried to sleep with her. And then the king is like, no, like, didn't want to believe it, but then was like, no, he asked it, like, we can't, can't have that. So he sends them to, like, their prison. And when he's in their prison, he ends up having these dreams. And no, hang on, let me rephrase. He can read other people's dreams, like, kind of tell the meaning of the dreams. So there's a guy that's, like, either in prison with him, and he's reading, like, he's telling him his dream, and it's, like, significant in some way, shape, or form. And then word gets out somehow, and the king turns out he's having dreams. So yeah, Sammy, that's right. Let's go. It's true. We'll get to that in just a second, but you're right. And the king starts having dreams. And so they're like, what do they mean? Turns out they knew about him having the ability to read dreams. So he goes to him, tells him what the dream means. And then kind of like works his way back out of being in jail, and now he's like, I forget how it goes, but I think he ends up, I forget how it works, but yeah, he basically gets out of jail and was able to tell the dreams, and I think the guy died or something like that. Not the one who was telling the dreams. But yeah, I don't know what happened after that, but I remember him getting. I used to watch it. We got told it back when I was a kid, but then there was a movie that it was like, what was the movie called? Prince of Pharaoh, Joseph the Prince of Pharaoh or something like that. I'm not sure. Um, Let me look this up real quick because it was a great movie, and it was really cool that's like what I stumbled across, and that was the point because I was like, yo, I know this story. It's such a great story. Um, I think he went by Joseph, but I think when we were reading it, it was Joe. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, this is how it goes. Oh snap. Okay, so it's totally different, slightly different, because his brothers are the ones that did it. Okay, so because his brothers, he's like in charge of like rice and dealing with all of these um, portions and meals, and then his brothers come back at one point and they try to get like a ration, and he sees them. Okay, let me see. Let me see right here because I could be combining two stories. Oh, Tatiana says, "Are you talking? Are you talking Genesis 37 through 39 reading today?" Yeah, yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. I can take the AirPod out. I'm not listening to it now. So the story goes like this. So Joseph had 11 brothers. His dad Jacob loved Joseph a lot and gave him a special colorful coat of many colors. The brothers got jealous because Joseph was clearly 2.2. 2.2. Exactly like that. It's time to hide. 5 minutes. Cool. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. So here we go. Back to where we were. One sec. Yep, I'll announce it. Okay. Perfect. I can do that. Yep. All right. I got it straight. Love you. Okay. All right. Love you. Uh huh. Okay. Here we go. Bro, left. I'm here. Bro. When is he coming back? I'm back. I got some food in my teeth, though. So, I do, actually. It's terrible. Okay. So here's the story, guys, that we were talking about real quick. Joseph had 11 brothers. His dad, Jacob, loved Joseph a lot and gave him a special coat of colors. Coat of many colors. The brothers got jealous because Joseph was clearly favored. Joseph also had dreams that one day he would be important. And he told his brothers, bad move. The brothers got so mad, they sold Joseph as a slave and told their dad he was gone, that he was killed by wolves. Even though Joseph was treated unfairly, God was still with him. Later, Joseph rises to power, ends up saving his family, but it goes into like a really crazy detail.
Sorry, Dad. It's actually done me pumped. So I put in the line.
Okay. That is so funny. Okay. Here it is. One of our favorite musicals, Joseph and his magic colored raincoat. Oh, there's a musical on that? That's interesting. I didn't know that. TTV Rampage says, hi, what up, TTV? How you doing? Can you bring the mic closer? Is it better now? Is it better now, mate? Andrew, that's a great question. There's a couple ways you can look at it. Okay? There's a couple ways you can look at that, Andrew. Andrew says, "Hey, can you help motivate me to confess to my crush that I like her?" Madison smashing that follow button. Welcome to the Smashers. Boom, baby. Ow, ow. Let's see here. How you doing, Madison? There we go. Yo, do it in a British accent for the whole entire story. Did you like the British accent? Is that what it was? I randomly do things like that, yo. I randomly do it. I'd even have to like figure out where to start. Sometimes I'll go from like British to Australian, and I'll get like locked in between the two. I'm doing good, Madison. Yourself? Ben says nice. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Okay, so Andrew wants to confess to his crush that he likes her. He wants to get enough courage. He wants to be motivated enough. He says, I love the British accent. I think I get two in between the British and the Australian. He says, I love it. It randomly comes out. Randomly comes out, King. How has your day been so far? It's been great. What about you, Madison? Okay, so Samuel wants to be motivated. He wants to confess that he has a crush for this girl. And he wants to tell her, bro, simple. Simple, Andrew. You like this girl, right? whatever point you are in your life, you like this girl. And you have the ability to, I'm assuming, to talk to her, because you're saying you want to confess it to her. So you have the ability to talk to her. It's not like you just saw this random chick on the side of the road and or at the restaurant, or at a club, or at, an event, or wherever it may be. You actually, know this girl, and you want to be able to confess that you have a crush for her. So I think that's cool. And the best way to do that is to think about it in a couple different ways. The first thing is, you know her. You know a little bit about her. You're clearly around her enough to build up a crush. I'm assuming you know her interests. What she likes. It's not just one of those things that you see, one off, and you're out in public, and you're having a conversation, and you said you don't. And you're having a conversation with a random girl, and you don't know anything about her, and you're just trying to start off that conversation like you actually. But he says he doesn't know, so you don't know anything about her, but you want to get to know her. Okay, well, that's good. See, it's important to have context. But to motivate you, let's get back to the two perspectives. It's still going to be the same no matter what. First perspective is yo, you like this chick. You think she's whether she's her inner beauty, her essence, and what she brings to how she makes people feel when she's around them, and how she treats people. And then, she's assumingly beautiful. It's you don't want to pass that up. You don't want to have on your, and I'm going to get a little bit more on the far off end, is we don't want this for anybody, but it's at the end of someone's life, we don't want to have regrets. We don't want to have those regrets. And if you're not with somebody now, and you have a crush on somebody, and you truly want to be able to explore that, you have to give it a chance. And you're literally giving it 0% chance by not letting her know. There's 0% chance it can go anywhere unless she tells you, which is unlikely. A lot of times you got to plant that seed so they can identify if that's something that they would be interested in. So I would tell you that you have to let her know. Because if you don't let her know, she's clearly likable. You like her, which means other people probably will find her attractive for the same reasons you like her. Which means you don't want somebody else to come around and ask her first. You have the chance. Be that man who's going to take charge and know what he wants. They're wild. Hang on one second. Dexter Davis. You're wild. Okay. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Chantel.
Come here.
Bro.
Come here.
One moment.
Test. Taylor, we do it at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Oh, what?
Okay, that's it.
No, you're good.
No. Son, listen.
Wait.
Son, listen.
Wait for me. Wait.
We are either going to go to bed right after I stream because we are now going later than we intended, which means if we go later than we intended, then we have to go to bed earlier. Which do you want me to get done at a reasonable time so that way we can hang out? Yes or no?
Oh, yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to give you all the attention, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I do. I love it. I'm going to give you all the attention once I'm done here. Copy?
Look what I can do. See my tears?
Love you.
Wait, what? My tears. Same thing, right? Like that? Wee.
Nice.
Hey,
Love you.
turn on the light.
No.
My tears.
Love you. Okay, here we go. Yes, we have about 20 minutes. So I am ready. But Andrew, tell her before somebody else tells her. She has great qualities. You have great qualities. Do it before it's too late. Because you're in a moment where you're in her circumference. And you don't want it to get to the point where you don't have the ability to ask her. Or you don't want to be put in the friend zone, my boy. Yeah, but I think the one thing, yep, 20 minutes quick fire. Yep, I'm down. The one thing is bro, just have that confidence. Have that confidence in being able to approach her and just tell her as how you feel. Be short about it. Don't be, give a long statement and don't just breathe. Just breathe before you do it. Give her a chance to understand how you feel and don't pressure in that moment. Just be like, hey, I just wanna let you know something, in the most nonchalant way, okay? And then she'll be like, what? Okay. And then from that moment, you just be like, hey, just want you to know I really like blank, 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 whatever it is that you like about her. I've known you for a blank amount of time, and during this time, I've really enjoyed this about you. Cool. Shaq says, let's go snowboarding. Oh, I love snowboarding. That's like my favorite. I can't say no to snowboarding, y'all. What is going on there? Oh, because it's locked onto me. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. He says, yeah, if you're a little shaky, that's okay. Just breathe it out. Just keep breathing. This is a learning experience for you. So go out and just let her know. And just be chill about it. Be confident and chill. It's like, yo, whatever, like, go about it that, like, whatever she says is okay. Because there's no expectation. You don't know how she feels. So if she doesn't feel the same way as you, it's all good. Because you're going to put yourself out there and you don't know how she feels. She could very well feel the same way as you. She just didn't know how to go about it and maybe gave you the subtle cues that you didn't pick up on. Or maybe she doesn't know how to, but pretty self-explanatory on both parts. But maybe sometimes it's not. It's not common sense for everybody. So if she smiles at you, if she makes eye contact, that's an invitation. Have those conversations. And it's better to have them earlier than later, because if you don't put that intention out there right from the get-go, then they're going to label it themselves based off of their situation. You don't know what that looks like, so you might as well put it out there so that way you can understand where they are in their life. They might very well not have the time and be like, oh, I don't got the time for this. Well, then you can figure it out, how it makes sense to you. Okay, hey, she doesn't have the time for it. Am I okay with that? Do I want to wait around? Like, she knows how I feel now. Like, okay, hey, you don't have the time. Let me know when you do. Cool. All right, chill. No, like, it's not a big deal. If it feels like a big deal, that's great. That means that you really, really have feelings for her. That's awesome. You want those feelings. Bruh. He's currently making a slide down the steps. What you doing, bro? What you mean, nah?
I need help. To the big tail. Big tail to the other one.
What?
Yeah.
No, he's using it.
No, I want to with this.
No, he's using it.
Please.
No.
Please.
Give him a chair and that. Cal, he's gonna give you a chair and a pillow. He's laying down. No, bro.
Please.
No, he's laying down.
Please.
No.
Dad, please. Stop.
Do not raise your voice.
Please. Please. Please.
Do not raise your voice.
Please. Please. Please.
We have to
Please.
convert them, right? Is that
Please.
understood?
Please.
Yes or no?
Please.
Yes or no?
Please. Yes. Please.
No.
Dad, please. Please.
He is using it. I'm not going to take that from him.
Please.
No.
I will give him this.
We're not entitled. Do you know what entitled is?
Please.
No. He is using it.
Please.
Hand it to him.
No, leave it.
My goodness, child. Son. All right. Here we go. Tatiana's dad life. I know. It's a lot of fun. Wants your attention, which is amazing, and we set aside time for that. So we're gonna be good. He just wants he wants to play hide and go seek, tickle tag, whatever. But basically, I will be like, whether I'm playing a video game or I'm working or I'm on the phone or whatever it may be throughout the day, they'll be like, hey dad, just come find us and come tickle us. So then I will be like, all right, I'll put a timer on and I'll be like, all right, in this amount of minutes I'll come find you, you guys go hide. And then they'll go hide and then I'll go find them and tickle them and all the stuff, and then they'll run around the house, and it's hilarious. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Here we go. Here's the first question. Okay, they're going back and forth. First question is, I want to see results in the gym, but right now my actions don't match my goals. How do I fix that? Wow, that's tough. That's tough. It's huge. Because you want to see these results in the gym, but you're saying one thing, but your actions are doing another. Your actions aren't going to get you to the goals that you want to get to. So how are you going to get those results if you're not actually putting in the work to get to those goals? It's like, you want to see the results, bro. If you want to see the results, you got to do two things. You got to work your heart out in the gym, depending on what results you're wanting to have. I go till failure. So when I go to the gym, I go to absolute failure. I will go till I can't go anymore. I will give my absolute all. And sometimes we have to work up to that. Sometimes we're already built with that inner motivation / emotion that gives that drive. So if you're wanting to get those results, it's like, well, what actions are you doing, and what actions are you doing that's taking you away from that result, and what actions are bringing you towards that result, and how can you magnify on the actions that's taking you towards it and take away from the actions that are taking you away from it. So the example would be is like, okay, hey, you sleep in the morning, so you're not able to go to the workout or get a better workout because you're so tired. Okay, well then you need to go to sleep, and your actions need to start matching up with those goals by building trust within yourself. You're not going to see the results if you don't put in that work. So if you're putting in micro goals, you're going to get there. It might take longer, but you'll get there. If you're taking, bigger goals like, hey, you know what? I'm going to do a program throughout the week, and at the end of the week I'm going to do a challenge so I know where I'm at in that challenge, and then every end of the week I'm going to do that same challenge to identify if I'm getting better over time. So then you can actually see those results getting better over time, or you judge it based off of what compound movements you're doing or increase in your range. So let's say you're going to the gym, right? You're like, okay, well, my actions aren't matching your goals. Well, hey, you want to see these results. Well, at least go to the gym, put a tracker on, like, yo, I did 5, let's use an example. I used 5 pounds the last time doing bicep curls. Okay, if that is you, that's okay. If that is you out there, 5 pounds the last time, depends on what your goal is. If you're trying to get bigger, if you're trying to see those type of results, you're going to have to go bigger. If you're wanting to get that endurance, you'll go lighter and you'll do more repetition. If you want to see, if you want to challenge yourself, then you're going to have to go a little bit higher than you did the last time. Know what you did the last time so you can just increase it a little bit more. Make sure you have control first. Control. Form is key. If form's not there, you're moving other parts of your muscles. You may not be working just your back. You may be working your whole body and not even meaning to. So, go to the gym. If you're lifting 5 pounds, write that down. The next time you go, try a little bit heavier of a weight. And then the next time a little bit heavier or a little bit more in repetition. You could only rep 1. Wow, that's your maximum rep range or your maximum rep weight. So there you go. Yeah, exactly. Young nugs, you got to find your why. I see this over. So like there's times where I say things over and I'm like, okay, well, let me either do one of two things, give a different example or word it in a different way that makes more sense. I'm like, okay, so someone didn't either, or they might have not been there. So it's like, you got to give the benefit of the doubt. So, it's true. You got to find your why. Why are you wanting Why are you wanting to go to the gym in the first place? Why are you wanting to see these results? Like, what is, you're 100% right. What is it that has you motivated in the first place to do this? Is it family? Is it friends? Is it you want to see these results? Is it you're working for a goal, as far as like you have a competition and you want to hit this range, or you have a competition coming up and you want to be able to make sure you're able to do certain things? So yeah, great input, Young. Andrew, ask Epic your question. What's my question, mate? Or what's your question, mate? All right, second question. Because, yeah, ultimately it just comes down to just building trust in yourself. So that way you just like, you get to a mindset where you're just, if you say it, you're going to do it. Just be a man of your word that says, if I'm going to do something, then do it. And that's going to give you the ability to dictate before you commit to something, that you think about it first and be like, okay, hey, this is something that I'm capable of doing. Cool. This is something that I want to do. Cool. But yeah, that's right on. That's right on point, bro. Great input. Ben says second. Oh, okay. So here's the second question. Lately, I've struggled to work or be productive because I'm emotional about other things in my life. How do I handle this? I understand this. There's definitely times that we all go through this. It's like life is hitting hard. All the things in life, you're trying to figure out how you can whether pick up the pieces or what to focus on, or yeah, in your case, you're struggling to work and be productive because you're emotional about other things going on in your life. So I'm sorry to hear that, Noah. I'm sorry to hear that. What's one thing that you really loved about your grandma, and what's one thing that you're always going to take with you, whether it's a tradition or something that she said or the way that she valued life or a trait? I'm sorry for your loss. Let's get back to this question, but definitely let me know, Noah. I'm really sorry that you're going through that, and let me know how I can show up for you. Okay, so this individual, they've been struggling to work and be productive because they're emotional about other parts in their life, and how should they be able to handle this? How can they handle this? This is tough. A lot of people go through this. I've been through this. When things are hitting you hard and you don't know the direction or the guidance or the next, I guess not the guidance, but like the step in front of you. You just don't know how you can take that next step because so much is going on. How can you continue forward because so much is going on? You can't shut down your mind because so much is going on. And once you get for a second and you focus on that whatever task it is, as soon as there's a moment that you can just get into your brain, you start to daydream, and you start daydreaming about those thoughts, and then they start to overtake, right? How can you remain productive and be able to work through all the things that are going down? It's tough. The best start, and I continue to say this, but it's very, very, very important. But we have to figure out what we can control. if you can't control certain parts of your life, and they're now stuck in the thought process of, I gotta, this is happening right now, this is happening right now, this is happening right now. But if this is happening and you can control it, okay, let's figure out a solution. But if this is happening and it's something that you can't control, then we need to make sure that we take it out of our mind and put it somewhere that it can still have a place to come back to and continue that thought, but it is not the priority thought. Because the priority is getting you through that moment and being productive, so that way that version of you that wants to be productive and wants to get those things done can continue to do those and then come back to it when it's needed. So think about what you can control. And if it's something you can control, write it down and say, hey, I can control this. How can I control this? Okay, I need to take this in this micro step, or I need to take this macro step. Okay, I need to take this macro step. How can I make it into micro steps to complete that macro step? Okay, take actionable steps now. What can I do now? It's like, that's going to give you the ability to be able to control certain aspects of your life. If it's in the I can't control it, then don't even worry about writing down like what I can do. If you can't control it, you can't control it. Focus on what you can. Breathe. Write down what is troubling you. Even if you gotta have in your back pocket a notepad. Sometimes I gotta do it. My notepads in my phone have gotten crazy, so sometimes I have to have I literally have 2 notebooks right next to me, and well, not like right next to me, but it's like right 5 feet. And anytime I have a thought, I'm just like, that's overwhelming, enough overwhelming that's like it stops me from production. And I have to go over there and I have to like release it, and I have to be like, okay, hey, this is on my mind. This is how I'm feeling about it. Is this something that I can control? Okay, it's something that I can control based off my emotions, or it's something that I can control that can give me a better outcome, or is it something that I can control that will allow me to get to a better step? So whatever thought process that you're going through when you're trying to get productive or you're trying to work, whatever that thought is, really write it down. Even if there's 10, 20, 50, 70, 100 different thoughts, write those throughout the day. It's not like you're going to solve them all in one day. Write them down. Okay? Like you're auditing your life. Let's do it Monday through Friday. And you're going to audit, and you're just going to basically just be like, okay, hey, this is my thought. Can I control it? Yes, no. Like you literally be like, here's a column. Here's the thought, like whether it's got to be a paragraph or it's got to be just like this wide and just one sentence or whatever it is. And then have the next column say yes or no. And then the next column, okay, so yes, I can. Next one's going to be a comment one that's like, okay, how can you control it? Okay. And then it's like, do you want to is the next one. Yes or no. Like, do you want to be able to fix this, or do you want this to be at its current state? No, it's not a priority. Let's keep it at its current state, because I have 5 other things that are a priority, so I do need to focus on that, right? So once you get to that and you go 7 days out the week and you're on the 7th day, you'll go back and you'll just highlight. I mean, you could even do it every night and just highlight thoughts that came up that were repetitive, in more repetition. I don't know the word. It would be more like that come up more, right? So let's say this thought comes up more. Okay, is this thought came up 5 times versus the other thought that came up 15 times. Okay, which one's more important? Prioritize that one. Can I control it? Yes or no? Do I want to control it? Yes or no? And how impactful is this in my life? Is it highly impactful, or is it, not as impactful? Is it just only impactful in this moment because so many other things are going on, and now this is major because those other things are going on, it's like you got to identify that. But if so many things are going on, write them down, see if you can control them, figure out what you can control, figure out what you can feel out, because some of them are just built up feelings. It's like, okay, hey, you got to solve this because of how you're actually feeling. Go for some sort of release. Like, I went snowboarding. Snowboarding really, really, really helps me. It really, really helps me. I love snowboarding. It gives me peace. It's a lot of fun. It's enjoyable. So find that thing that you like to do. Find something that's therapeutic to you. Set aside time for that, just like you're auditing your life. Figure out what thoughts are coming up more than others. And then isolate those ones and be like, okay, those ones are coming up a lot. I need to take care of those because they're taking up a lot of my time. Like, it's every 5 minutes this one's coming up. Oh, snap. Well, I need to take care of that one. If it's like, hey, it's coming up with 5 minutes because it's somebody that, like, you lost, or a relationship, or, you know, something like that. No, that's you know, going to be a little bit different, because it's like, okay, well, you know, you're still going to take that same course of action. Is it something you can control? No. Okay. Yes. Okay. How can you feel about it when these triggering moments happen? You think about that lost loved one. Okay. This is a triggering moment. In this moment, this is how I feel. Okay. Now that I feel this way, what can I attach to that? That could be something positive. Oh, you know what? Every time I walk past a fountain, you know, something with like a wishing well or whatever, you know, where you throw coins in, it reminds me of the time that I went with my grandma and we all threw, you know, coins in, and I wished for this wish, and, you know, it made me sad because she's no longer here. Well, then it would be like, okay, well, that's the sad moment, but the bright moment is you had that moment with her. You had that moment of wishing and being in that mindset of you want things to happen for one another or for each other or for yourself or whatever it may be, and just enjoying that moment that you had with them and that you have the memory of it. But just attaching something that's like acknowledging the trauma, acknowledging what's bad about it, and not necessarily bad, but like what's triggering about it, and then figure out how you can acknowledge, accept, and then convert it to a positive. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, but try your best. That's my thought process. Yep, Andrew, if you want to ask that question. Young Nug, smashing that like button. Let's go. I'm ready for the next question. We're like literally over time, but that's on me. We're okay. We'll give do rapid. I forgot he said rapid. I'm over here like speaking forever. But it's great. It's really great. Next question. If you had to tell your 15-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be? If you had to tell your 15-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be? Yeah, mine instantly just like popped up. It's like, bro, there's one thing about you that's just so defined. So defined. Well, I mean, two things, but they complement each other. First thing, if I were to tell my 15-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be? To never lose your smile. Smile through life. Life is ups and downs, highs and lows, and sadness and happiness and joy and craze and all the good things. So never lose your smile. And second, which is in conjunction, don't lose that light, that positivity. Continue that, not lose, but continue it. Really feed into that, like really lean into that strength that you have, which is positivity, and you have a lot of confidence and charisma and outgoing, but really, really feed into that positivity that you bring, that light that you have, and allow that smile to feed into other people's, and allow them to smile through their soul and through through their eyes. You know how you can see people smile throughout their eyes, and just keep allowing yourself to make an impact in the world, because you are, whether you know it or not. That's what I would tell my 15-year-old self. Andrew. Andrew says, that's cool, Young. That's cool. Young says, dang, that hits personally as well. You bring people joy to smile, man. Smile for that. Thank you, Young Nug. Thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm glad that it hits with you.
It's been an hour.
How many times did you have me come out of the room?
It's been an hour.
I know. How
I
many?
want to fight.
Please don't do that on the stream. Hey, how many times did you take me off the stream?
I farted.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I already farted.
So I got this many more minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah. Okay, add.
No.
Yeah. This many then?
No. I'll tell you how many.
How many?
4.
We got 7 if you don't close that door. If you close the door, we got 5.
No, if I took
That's
the
it.
door, we got 4.
When you close the door, we have 5.
No, when I took the door, we got 4.
When I close the door, it goes to 10. Okay, it's going to go up to 10 if that door is open. Bro.
That what you did.
All right. Boys.
And now, if I took the door
Okay,
for
I'm closing
you,
it.
Hey, no.
I have to close it.
No,
Yeah, and then I'm not gonna come find you guys because we have to do an extra 25 billion hours.
No.
Yeah, you know why we had to do 25 billion
Why?
more hours?
Why?
Because you didn't close the door. I had to close it.
No.
Yep, I'm closing it. Are you closing it?
Yeah.
All right.
Only
3,
4
2.
minutes. Wait. Pause.
Pause.
That.
I'm at the 1
Pause
second.
Pause that.
Pause what?
If I took the door,
It's not 4 minutes. It's 5.
it's going to be 4 minutes.
3, 2, 1. If that door opens, it goes to 10. 10.
No.
Yep.
No.
It just opened.
No.
Yep.
No.
For every second, listen.
I was just trying to tell
For every second that door is open, it's an extra 10 seconds.
No.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. That's 30 extra seconds. Got him. All right. If it opens, that's an extra 2.5 billion hours. Billion, as with a B. Here we go. Really, bro? Okay. Oh, I just gave the question. Okay, so we good? We're good? That's it? That's it? Smashing that like button. Thank you so much. You guys clap it up for everybody who's been here, everybody who supports the stream. Young Nugs, I want to give you a shout out as well. Young Nugs is always sharing the stream, always smashing that like button, continuously showing up. So everybody who's here, thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. I just wanted to give some mad creds to Young Nugs because I'm always on the back end. I'm always seeing notifications and I'm like, dang, that's so freaking cool. How did I not see that in that moment? But I see it after. So I appreciate you so much for that. Oh, we got a final question. Here's the final question, guys. Final question says, I want to create content and put myself out there, but I'm scared of being judged or laughed at. How do I get past that fear? Which one do you fear more? Do you fear regret? Do you feel regret that, potentially if you're on your deathbed, that you think back and you're like, man, if only I did this, I could have done this, and I could have done this, and even if I did this, and if I would have done this, right? You're going to have more fear in the future because you didn't. You're going to have regret because you didn't. But you're going to have more fear because you didn't start earlier, and you're going to feel like you're behind. And you still won't be, but it's because you can always find creativity and find a way to get, whether paid, find entertainment, a hobby, something that you truly love. You can find a way to make yourself get paid from that. It could be something that you truly, truly, truly love and are passionate about and didn't even think that you could get paid. But because you're so passionate and you know so much about it, or you're learning so much about it and you're sharing so much about it, and you're sharing your journey, other people want to follow along with that. And that's how you can get paid, through brand deals. Or you could get paid through people watching that content. There's many different ways for you to be able to get paid. Maybe that idea that you come up with, maybe it's a product. Then you start selling, then you become a millionaire. Imagine yourself in 80 years. How would that version of you, what is that 80-year-old version of you telling you in this moment? Is it telling you, hey, focus on this? And is it saying like, yo, if you don't do this, like, this version of me right here, like, it's going to look back and be like, dude, why didn't we do that? That could have been the life-changing moment for us. But I didn't do it because I feared that other people would laugh at me. I feared that my friends wouldn't tune in, or I feared support. Well, I can tell you, about 99% of the time, like, I don't get, your audience comes to you not necessarily from your immediate support system. Sometimes it does, which is great. If you have a really good support system, I love that. I love that. And that's amazing. But if you're already thinking to yourself that you're scared of being judged or being laughed at, you might not have that support system that you're looking for, because you think that they're not going to support you in the way that you want to be supported. But would you rather go out there, make pieces of content, laugh about them, even yourself, just have laughable moments where you're like, hey, I'm being funny, I'm having a funny moment. It's good to be funny. You ever hear somebody say, like, I hate that funny person? Like, that funny person is not funny. Maybe they might hate on somebody not being funny, but like, in most cases, people really like the funny guy. You make somebody laugh, they like that. So if you feel like you're going to get judged on something, or people are going to laugh at you, laugh at yourself first. Laugh with yourself. You know how they're like, laugh at your own jokes? Laugh at yourself. Have fun. Because guess what? When you have fun and you're laughing and you're enjoying it and you're doing it because you just want to do it, even if those people around you are laughing or judging, your people are going to come to you. And they're not going to be laughing or judging unless that's something that you want them to do. Where it's like, oh, hey, this is a funny clip. You guys see my content all the time. I could, if I wanted to, just release epic moments. But no, I'm releasing funny, hilarious fails and epic moments and hilarious moments and whatever it may be. It's just a variety of different things. But it's just, I have a lot of moments where it's like, yeah, you do something really cool, and then, oh, here's an epic fail right after it. It's like, oh, okay, hey, you did something really cool, you're cheering yourself on, and then here's time to get humbled. You know, when in the Fortnite stuff that I do. And it's just, whatever your content is, figure a way to just laugh about it on your own. Enjoy it to the maximum. Not everyone's going to love your content. Not everyone's going to think it's great. Some people are going to laugh. Some people are going to judge. I get that all the time. But it's not about that. It's about you. You're not going to know any of those people when you're 90. You're going to know yourself. You're going to know yourself so much that you're going to know whether or not you felt guilty or regret that you didn't do what that version wanted to do in that moment. Make content, have fun, enjoy yourself, ask for the support. Even if they do judge or laugh, just ask for the support first. Be like, hey, you guys, I'm creating content, and there's going to be pieces that are going to be awesome. There's going to be pieces that are going to be funny. There's going to be pieces where just absolutely just make a fool out of myself. There's going to be, and you can just put a whole bunch of different scenarios out there. So that way, when they do watch it, they can authentically just watch it. And they're giving their reaction. And you're watching, and they're going to get their reaction. You can know that when they're watching, they're going to give your true reaction, because they're not feeling like, oh, snap, he didn't mean, like he's embarrassed about this. No, you just said, like, I accept for who I am. And who I am is going to be putting out some content that's going to be a whole bunch of different things. And if you don't like it, that's okay. I would love your support. But if you don't want to support, that's okay. That's cool. I'm going to continue to do this. The only fear you should have is not doing it. The fear of doing is what it eventually is going to put you in the fear of not doing. Dang. Actually, I like that one. I just clipped that just because I like that. I like that. Andrew says, bro. I know. Young Nugs. There we go. That was the questions, guys. That was the questions. That was great. You guys are awesome, amazing. I had an amazing night tonight. Motivational Monday is always great. Everyone give a shout out to Ben. Thank you, Ben, for continuously showing up and throwing out those questions. Individuals who are putting this throughout the week in the Discord. So I appreciate you for going through those and making sure that we have them for every Motivational Monday. So thank you, Ben. Thank you, Andrew, Young Nugs, Justin, Noah, Tatiana, Sam, Chantel, King Franklin, Madison Blake. Who else we got here? TTTV Rampage. You guys, I love you guys. We will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST. Today we had to do some updates. I was getting some food, so we didn't show up till about 6:45. But tomorrow, count on 6 o'clock p.m. EST. I will see you guys. You'll be able to join the stream, so make sure you're here early. First ones come, first serve. All right, we'll catch you on the flip side. Love you guys. Ciao.